This is a Sahar TV. I mean, she converted to Islam and now she's thinking twice. I gotta say, I don't like his titles because he titles them as if these people regret their decisions when they don't regret their decisions. They don't think they've done anything controversial. I gotta say, yeah, it's clickbaity. Again, you click those you write those kinds of titles to. I'm not a fan of clickbait. I don't like being of misleading things. Of course, one of my favorite YouTubers always does like it's over, he's done, that kind of stuff. But you know, it's a joke. But with something like this, I always feel like, dude, you're supposed to be talking about what's going on in the world. Don't do clickbaity titles. Just talk about what's going on in the world. But that's always been my perspective because I read it, I'm just like, oh. And then it never happens in the video I'm watching.
In Islam, women don't have to cook or clean. Plus, she doesn't have to work. She can if she wants to. Also, she doesn't have to breastfeed. And she doesn't
I don't... Okay, what?
have to change her last name when she gets married. Does this sound like oppression to you?
This woman right here refused to listen to her husband, and this is how she's treated.
Is this not injustice to the girl who was raped and murdered? And I would say no. That girl doesn't dress up modestly. She is dressed up immorally, which people get excited and the rape is done. Who's to blame? It is the girl to blame.
Either you stay in your...
So, I love that mindset where, again, I don't like it. Yeah. Again, yeah, if all the men should be, especially when they're working outside and take off a shirt just because it's too hot. This mindset is so barbaric because, again, I don't like it when women dress provocatively. I think it's disrespectful to them as a human being and just like it devalues them. Like in my eyes, I just see them as, well, not as a good a human being. That's just how I view it. But I'm not of the mind that, oh, that person's dressed provocatively. They are giving me permission. How barbaric does your mind have to be to think that someone dressing provocatively means they're encouraging you to do something? I mean, it's like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. And that's the problem, is like there are people that absolutely believe that. Oh, they dress like this. I've been told anyone that dresses like that is asking for it. Well, what about guys working outside in the sun, like mowing their lawn, and they're not wearing a shirt just because it's so freaking hot? You expect a woman in, like, I'm trying to do Celsius in my head, 50 degrees Celsius to be wearing the entire garb? Yes. What does a man get to wear? Well, he gets to choose. He gets to choose. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
husband's house, tolerate his abuse, and be a decent wife, or trash him and ditch him, and force yourself upon your father without working, and tolerate his abuse.
Look at the fear in her eyes. What religion allows you to do this to your wife? Islam. Hi, doing this is Sahar TV, and I want you to take a look at this video of Lily J, a woman who converted to Islam, and that's what she's saying right now about the condition and the privileges of women in Islam. Watch.
Did you know in Islam, women don't have to cook or clean? Plus, she doesn't have to work. She can if she wants to. Also, she doesn't have to breastfeed. And she doesn't have to change her last name when she gets married. Meanwhile, men, they have to take care and provide for their family. They must take full financial responsibility. Shelter, food, clothing, they have to make sure all needs are met. Even if she's wealthy herself, she gets to keep all her money and she doesn't have to share it. But a man has to. Does this sound like oppression to you? Honestly, I feel bad for the men. What do you guys think?
She forgot to say, according to Quran 4:34, that if the husband asks her to clean and she refuses, then that's disobedience. What happens to a disobedient woman according to Islam? First, you need to talk to her and advise her. If she refuses, you need to separate beds with her. If she still refuses, you need to strike her gently, right? Islam allows you to strike your wife. That's according to the Quran. Oh, not oppressive at all, right? Not oppressive at all. I want to prove to you how women in Islam are treated as we speak, shall we? This woman right here refused to listen to her husband, and this is how she's treated. Why?
Also, why black only attire? Yeah, that's one thing I always got confused. It's like, why are they always wearing all black? Every single time. When they're head to toe, it's always black. Always black. I mean, the only one that wears color is the Frogan character on, Hijabba the Hutt from Twitch. That's the only one that because the whole thing is a LARP. The whole thing is a LARP. But yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Not oppressive at all, huh? Not oppressive at all. Listen to Lily Jane, guys. Join Islam today and you will get a treat. Can somebody please explain to me why this woman is being beaten up by her husband? And I'm gonna blur the most of it because I don't want to get flagged. Watch.
Yeah, it's like he says that. I'm just like, do I have to skip this part?
Look at the fear in her eyes. What religion allows you to do this to your wife? Islam, 434.
Yeah, that's the thing. So I feel like there's never really so if you're raising a child, I sadly I hope I don't have a daughter. I don't know how me and my wife would handle that. I really don't. But if I had a daughter, I wouldn't be the one to deal out punishment. I wouldn't. I could shout at her, but I'd be my wife's job if she needed to be struck, I guess is the word. Struck, like, discipline. Thank you. Struck sounds too hard. Discipline, that my wife would have to do it. If it came to the boys, absolutely, I'd have no problem. It's just like, because they're boys. It's a complete difference. But, like, I remember watching Bahubulaya? Yeah, I remember watching that. And like the first time, I don't think I noticed, but the second time, you have this uncle striking his niece because he was the head of the household. And I'm just like, that is one of the most barbaric things I have seen. No, if anything, he talks to his brother and then his brother can deal with it from there. You don't just do it outright in front of the entire family. That's just so disrespectful and so demeaning. But that's how I view the world. Is like there should be there are the disciplinarians who do certain things. Like in most cases, I'd be the disciplinarian because my wife is just too kind-hearted. She's too kind-hearted. What? Yeah, you're too kind-hearted. But that's the thing. It's just like I view that as. But yeah, this is literally a man striking his wife. I believe women shouldn't be struck. They just shouldn't be. I mean, if I was getting attacked, I'd have no problem stopping the person from attacking me. But then again, I'm so much stronger than the person that would, well, in most cases, than the person that would be attacking me, that I could easily overpower them. But that's the thing. It's like I have a weird, again, I grew up with 4 brothers in a respectable household. My father respected my mother. My mother respects my father. They both did what they could to give us the best upbringing. Everything. And then that was my kind of guide for what it means to be a parent, what it means to be a role model, what it means to be an adult, which most people need. And like, who struck me when I did something stupid? Well, disciplined me when I did something stupid? My dad. Who disciplined my brothers when they did something stupid? My dad. Like that's the thing. It was always my dad. Like there was probably one time me and my brothers did something so bad where we literally knew we pissed off our mother because she didn't shout. She just got quiet and walked away. And after that, me and my brothers were like more well-behaved than anything, because it's like the whole Harry Potter Mrs. Weasley situation where as soon as Mrs. Weasley's the one that's upset, you've gone far. You've gone too far. I see.
Did you know that you don't have to cook or clean if you don't want to? But the man must provide you. What's so oppressive about this? Lily Jane isn't going to show you these videos because they completely debunk her claims. Take a listen to what this imam is saying about women dressing modestly. Watch.
That is this not injustice to the girl who was raped and murdered? And I would say no. Because both the person who raped is undergoing a test in this world, the person who was raped also is undergoing a test. And let me explain to you that Allah has given guidelines to the women that they should dress up modestly, they should cover the complete body, except those parts can be seen that is the face. Now, if after giving all these guidance, and hypothetically, if that girl doesn't dress up modestly, she is dressed up immorally, which people get excited and the rape is done, who's to blame?
the men. It's the men. I mean, if you literally just see someone dressed a certain way and you get it triggered by that says more about you. That really does. Even though, yes, so I don't believe women should be dressed provocatively to begin with, but you shouldn't shouldn't get excited by that. It's so weird. It's so weird. This guy is a certified joke. I don't know. He had connection with ISIS. I believe it. I believe it. These people are so... They are so living in another world. To get into the mind of an extremist is like... You are literally listening to the... we're listening to the concept of an alien. Someone who just doesn't understand. Someone who doesn't understand.
It is the girl to blame. That doesn't mean that the boy has the right to rape. But besides the boy who committed the rape and murdered, it is the girl who also has to follow the guidelines of the Quran. If she wore obscene clothes because of which the rape took place, then she is responsible. But if she wore normal clothes and yet if the person rapes, then it is a test for the girl. For the girl, was she following the advice of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by wearing appropriate clothes or not? If she was not, then she's to blame to attract the men.
You heard the man, right? It's
the men are never at fault. The men are never at fault. Even if a man does it to her when she's dressed, it's a test. It's a test. Even if they are wearing the entire getup that they need to wear, if they still get abused, SA'd, it was a test. I mean, what kind of mindset?
Girl to blame if she is the one who chose to dress in a way that's not modest. She refused to listen to Allah, so she's just as much to blame as the rapist. That is the logic that is being transferred to millions and millions, if not billions of people around the world. Does this seem legitimate to you? The guy filming this video, that's his wife, right? This guy is just a random guy in a Muslim country. Let's see what he does to his wife. Watch. Oh, do you see that touch?
Hey! This is my wife. Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't.
I would dare someone to do that. I would, well, actually I wouldn't dare. So I'd end up in a prison way too quickly. Because that's the thing, I would always have a camera with me, especially like in India or anywhere. I always have a camera with me. If I witness something like that, start recording, capture the moron doing that kinds of things, beat him within an inch of his life, and then take his life. Because we don't need that kind of rot in civilization. That's the thing. It's like, I know I'm a violent person when it comes to protecting my own. I know I am. But that's the thing. The majority of the world should be when it comes to protecting. But that's the key word, protecting. You should never just outright be violent for no apparent reason. You should never. But if you want to, like, again, watching Dhirandhar and watching how he slaughtered an entire household of people. Why? To get revenge for one of his sisters dying, one of his sister who was being taken advantage of, and his mother who is in poverty now. Yeah, I could see myself going through all that and doing more, doing far worse. But that's the thing. It's just like a lot of people don't view the world that way. They don't.
Is there like a specific theme for why women get harassed and touched in Muslim countries or in Western countries, but by Muslims? Why is that the case? Why does it keep happening? Ask yourself these questions. Hey guys, if you'd like to support me and this YouTube channel, please make sure to check out my Buy Me Coffee. Every single donation helps me keep going, get new gear, and get the best content out there for you. Thank you so much. Back to the video. This person right here is 58 years old. This girl right here is 7. Okay? What is so?
Well, he's following his prophet. He's following his prophet. I guess that makes sense.
Impressive about this. Watch.
Arain, you're such an idiot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What's the issue with this? Lily Jane, would you like to tell your viewers what's going on? Why you forgot to mention this to the people? How is this not oppressive? You think she chose this? You think she wanted this? Why is she not being allowed to?
Well, the thing is, she's too young to understand what's going on. That's the problem. That's the gosh dang problem. She's too young to understand. She probably was thinking it's a good idea. There are a lot of little kids that want marriage and think it's going to be a blessing, especially young girls. They have no concept of the reality that she's not old enough to even understand, not old enough to even have a concept of it. And it's disgusting.
Grow up as a child. That's absurd and pathetic. Or maybe let's listen to this Islamic scholar and see what he says about women.
What? If you don't want to go to your husband, and if you don't have a job, and if you don't want to stay in your husband in your father's house, excuse me, what are you going to do? Work as a prostitute? Anywhere. Be logical. Either you stay in your husband's house, tolerate his abuse, and be a decent wife, or trash him and ditch him, and force yourself upon your father without working, and tolerate his abuse. But to go and live elsewhere, where?
You heard the guy. He said either be a decent wife and tolerate the abuse of your husband, or
Quran teaching bypass logic and common sense. Yes. That's why a lot of the extremists are against like education. They're against like learning anything else. It's just that they have this a very extremist cultish mindset because you can't discuss with an extremist. You can't. You really can't.
him and go live with your father. Always the woman to blame.
I mean, I've met insane Christians. I've met insane Mormons. I mean, there's documentaries on people that are absolutely insane like that. Absolutely. Everyone has massive problems. But the fact that it's encouraged, and this is the main problem, it is encouraged in the society, these kinds of acts. And I think that's what, Arain doesn't seem to understand. He always comes in commenting with nonsensical remarks that make no gosh dang sense. But yeah, it's the fact that this kind of stuff is encouraged. And I'm not gonna lie, I've seen it in like Indian cinema. There would be movies that make me incredibly angry because it's trying to push a certain narrative that encourage certain type of acts, encourage certain type of mindsets. And I'm against that. I'm absolutely against that. I don't feel like those things should absolutely be pushed at all. I feel like they have no place in media. They have no place in society. They have no place in the world at all. But the problem is, like, there are always going to be cults. There's always going to be extreme, and there's always going to be monsters. There's always going to be monsters.
Always. That's what people don't understand about the Islamic belief. These two girls are clearly under 5 years old. Why are they wearing this niqab and burqa to cover themselves in order to not sexualize men? They're children. What is wrong with you? Look.
ها لا تسترجع غرادات مخونا باركو سري روغلو مخونا باركو سري روغلو بس هناكو نشتا سري بس هناكو that's it.
Show me another religion that allows this to happen, that tolerates this kind of behavior. But I thought it wasn't oppressive, Lily Jane. I thought this wasn't oppressive. The thing is, Lily Jane lives in a westernized country. If she would have moved to Afghanistan or Iran or any other country that embraces...
That's the thing, is like a lot of these people don't travel. They don't travel. And they refuse to see the darkness of something. Like that's the thing. It's like everywhere has bad. Everywhere has bad. Like the US has some absolutely abhorrent and heinous things going on here. But that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not going to condone it at all. It's absolutely barbaric. But the main part is, like, those cults are known for what they are. They're cults. Most normal people know it for what it is. The problem is like a cult mindset, an extremist mindset, is being seen as normalized now. Why? It's a cultish mindset. It shouldn't be normalized. It absolutely shouldn't be. Because it's a cult, it's an extremist, it's a hate organization. Those should never be normalized. They should never be.
Basis Sharia law, you would see a different kind of behavior. But because you live in a westernized country and you don't see the full effect of Islam, that's why you speak this way. This video is coming to us from Turkey, and the husband is beating up his wife. Nobody does anything because in Islamic teachings, it is fine to strike your disobedient wife. Watch. Wow. I had
I honestly don't know how he watches that stuff. I don't, because you know he's seeing it without the blurring effect put into it. I don't know how he can do that. I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to day in and day. That's the thing. It's just like, I know I would be absolutely disgusted with society if I was watching videos like this. It would lead to just anger and enragement, because I like, just like the other day when I was watching the video of like the OF mother who allowed her children to starve. It was just, you see those kinds of people in the world, and you're just like, what the heck is going on? That the world is just a nasty place, and you don't want to look that way, because the thing is, when you start noticing all the bad in society, you never notice any of the good out there, because it's like, oh, you see something good, and it's just like, oh well, it's gonna get ruined soon. Like, you don't want to live that way. You don't want to live that way.
to blur this because it was too graphic. He was hitting her with his stick. So, Lily Jane, dear Lily Jane, explain to us, why did you forget to mention this to the viewers you're trying to convert to Islam? Sorry, revert to Islam. Islam is not tolerant towards women.
You messed up. It's not young children. It's young boys, Arain. It's a young boys at
Women are
Vatican
worth
City that need to
less
be worried.
than men. That's why men are allowed to marry more than one wife. Why can't a woman marry more than one man? Because you're not worth as much. And the most important and crucial part is that according to Surah 4:34 in the Quran, if you disobey your husband, he will first talk to you. If you keep disobeying him, he will separate beds with you. And then, if you keep refusing, he will strike you. People need to understand this. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that stuff is just so dark. It's so dark. It's getting normalized. It's getting normalized. And I don't understand. Like, people need to accept the fact that there are evils in the world. Accept the fact that just because some people do something bad, it's not everyone doing something bad. I don't understand how there's this extremist mindset where people, they hear like, oh, you're targeting Muslims and watching videos of Muslims doing evil things. Well, you're Islamophobic. It was like, well, that video was about Muslims doing things bad. But it's not about all Muslims. I mean, heck, no one's going to talk about all Muslims. You can never talk about all Muslims. You can never talk about all Christians. You can never talk about all atheists. You can never talk about all Hindus, because guess what? There are going to be people that claim to be those things that are hateful, evil people. Because we are human beings. We all have our own biases. We all have our own moral thresholds. We all have our own guides in life. We all have our own consciousness, not consciousness. You know, what is it? The word, I think it's whatever it is, for like your what guides you in life, like where your line is. We all have a different conscious. Thank you. Conscious. We all have a different kind of conscious grounding, which lead us to certain points in life. Some of us get pushed to it. Some of us get pushed past it. Some of us utterly break. But the thing is, we all are completely different. And I don't like this mindset, how like, oh, you're going after immigrants. You don't like immigrants in your country. It's just like, what the heck? The key word phrasing is illegal immigrants, people that broke the law. We need to get rid of those people who broke the law. Because if I wanted immigrants out, my wife wouldn't be here. My father wouldn't be here. It's just like I wouldn't be here, because no, I would be. I was born here. My dad would get tossed out. Well, yeah, if he wasn't allowed here. But that's the thing. It's just like a lot of people will just always go to the next thing. They refuse to acknowledge the fact that it's like when people talk about the extreme Muslims, they refuse to hear the word extreme. They just hear Muslim, which says more about them than it really does about the person who wants the extremists out. When they hear illegal aliens, they only hear immigrants. which says more about them because apparently to break the law means you're an immigrant. Think about it that way. Just like the same mindset where black people, Mexicans, all need the white man's aid because the white man's superior. How mentally deficient do you have to be to believe yourself to be superior to another group of people? Like, in general. Now, like, there are people who are like genetically gifted. Let's like, that's one thing. That's one thing. But like, just superior in general? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Population which are later converts are usually more radical. Yeah, because they have to be. They have to be. They have to make sense for their own actions, their own family's actions.
You guys get a video? So bad.
And don't forget to like and subscribe.
Why is like that?